Okay, battle report between Chaos Space Marines. Are they Black Legion?
Yep.
Black Legion versus the Corsairs and Dark Eldar or Drukhari, whatever they're called now. Going for the relic, which is right there in the center, and we drew the double triangular deployments off open war cards. Parker's got Warp Talons, Possessed, and the Possessed are inside this Rhino. Chaos Lord and Termes. Hellbrute, Chaos Sorcerer. And the only thing that's in reserve, right, is Deep Striking is the Possessed.
Yes.
Everything else is on the table, and then I've got... My army's larger, maybe I have weaker units. We're doing 1,500 points. I've got 2 units of Corsairs, Sky Reavers, 1 unit of Racks, 2 Venoms, with 1 with Incubi, 1 with Trueborn, 2 Homunculi, Troop Master, a Reaver, which is the Forge World type flyer heavy thing, a group of 10 Grotesques, and a Wasp, and the Grotesques, a Homunculus, the Wasp, and the 2 units of Corsairs are in Deep Strike. We're already deployed. I have first turn, but Parker could seize the initiative if he so wishes. So if you want, you can roll it. You don't have to, but, you know. No, that was a 2. All right, so it will be the Dark Eldar Hrud army first. So here's what happens in the Dark Eldar Corsair turn 1. Reaper doesn't move. Rocks come up forward and pick up the relic, so the relic is on this rack, signified by that little gold coin. Incubi comes flying over here because I don't know, if he pulls the relic, I want to be able to just murder something. So that Venom parks there. Trueborn parked there. Troop Master advanced up to this backside of this building. We shot and did 1 wound to 1 Terminator using 24 Venom shots. And then I tried to take out this Rhino, which is full of Possessed, and the Blasters plus the Reaper did 6 wounds to it. And that was it. So it was sort of an unimpressive turn until the Troop Master charged into the Termes. And I'm doing this so that the Termes can't chase the Racks because they're in combat. Even if they leave combat, they won't be able to charge the Racks this turn. So I'm going to try to get the Racks backwards. And the Troop Master is still alive. He took 4 wounds. He did nothing to the Terminators because they double invul saved the Embrace Caress wounds. And it is on to Chaos turn 1. Okay, moving on to the Chaos turn. Hellbrute comes crawling over this crashed Imperial vehicle. Or maybe it was a Chaos vehicle. We don't know. Rhino, no one disembarks. It just drives forward, and it shot the Venom, doing 1 damage. The Chaos Sorcerer used Prescience, so he gets Prescience off because I can't stop him. The Termes piled in on the Harlequin and killed it, and then consolidated into the Racks, and the Racks remarkably killed a Termes. And wounded 1. Hellbrute, unbelievably, with 6 attacks, actually didn't manage to wound the Viper, or Venom. He rolled a 1 on his damage, so it's unfazed, and it hit him and did nothing. So we're on round 2 now. Oh, I forgot to include that. Do these guys want to charge? They could. I mean, they deep struck in. Those are the Warp Talons. They're not actually Raptors, even though that's the models.
Yeah, might as well.
Alright, so you got a 9-inch charge on that vehicle, and I am going to shoot you. So, I hit you once, and did no wounds, so they got to make a 9-inch charge, and they'll have that vehicle. And no, it's a 7. So, okay, on to round 2. The Incubi got out of the Venom, and then the Venom flew away, out of combat. Incubi jumped in with the Terminators, because they're usually good at killing Terminators. But they didn't quite work. I think they killed...
They killed 3.
They killed 3. Okay, so they did okay. But no, this turn I think they only killed 1. Yeah, they didn't do well at all. And his Chaos Lord consolidated into combat. The squad of Sky Reavers, they jumped in, shot the Sorcerer with Shard Carbines and did 3 wounds. Shot the missile launcher and missed. Grotesques teleport in from the webway along with the Homunculus. 9 inches away from that Hellbrute, who we should be able to murder, and fail to charge. I forgot that I had a reroll on the charge, but since I don't remember what I rolled, it was, and we were well into combat, we just didn't do it. This Venom and the other Venom, they shot the Hellbrute because he was the only model I could shoot and did nothing. And then the Reaper shot the Warp Talons, lock them down. They can't advance. They can still move, but they can't advance. And I killed one, so it wasn't that impressive. And then the Blasterborn, Trueborn, took out the Rhino with no problems. Also in combat then, the Racks who were locked in combat with the Termies, Chaos Termies just murder the Racks, and I will drop the Relic as a result, so it's just sitting right here, and his guys are still in a fight with Incubi. So we're on to round 2. You don't have nothing in reserve. I still have 2 units in reserve. He can fall back out of combat and hold the objective if he wants, or he can leave guys in combat, move the Possessed in or something, and all of his characters are in combat. So is on to round 2 for Chaos out of a 5-round game. Okay, so it's not quite what I was hoping for from my side. It was probably what Parker wanted. Possessed, just walk over and pick up the Relic, and so it's on the one with wings, who I assume is the unit champion.
Yep.
Yeah. Those crew, the Sorcerer got locked in place, but he managed at the beginning of the round to smite, and he just killed himself one of the Corsairs. The Hellbrute walked right next to the Homunculus, who you notice is not on the table anymore. And so in the fight phase, he just punched him in the face, killed him, and then stepped into the Incubi into close combat. Terminators and Chaos Lord, they're still stuck fighting Incubi, and they are. The Incubi managed to kill a Termi, wound a Termi, and only lose 1 wound because they rolled 3 6s on their armor saves and felt no pain. And then the Warp Talons charged the Venom, and ultimately did 1 point of damage to it, and the Venom did nothing in return. So round 2, Parker's Chaos Marines have the Relic. I still have 2 units off the board, which I was thinking I would use to grab the Relic, but we'll see. And so it is on to my turn, round 3. The 2 Venoms, the 1 Venom that was in combat just flies over. The other Venom shoots over this piece of wreckage, and both Venoms shoot the Sorcerer and kill the Sorcerer, and then Parker used one of his command points to keep the Sorcerer alive. So he's got 1 wound left. Blasterborn shot the heck out of Possessed and failed to do anything because they had the invul save. The Grotesque just kind of ambled forward, punched the Hellbrute a bunch of times, punched the Chaos Sorcerer, nearly killing him. The Incubi got murdered by the Terminators, who chose not to consolidate, so they're not in combat. And the only thing we have left is that 1 Warp Talon has to make a morale check, because we killed all but 1 of them. So go ahead and roll. If you roll 6, he's gone. It's just 1 dice. Not a 6. Okay, so that was the whole entirety of the bottom or the top of round 3. Hellbrute took damage. Chaos Sorcerer's almost dead, thanks to Grotesques. Sorcerer himself should have been dead. Oh, sorry, Chaos Lord. Chaos Sorcerer should have been dead, but he re-rolled. Venoms are out of combat. Homunculus is just hanging out. And that Possessed still has the Relic. But I might be able to get it. So it's on to Parker's round 3. Oh. Woe is the Drukhari. Well, it's round 4 now. Parker's army just backs away. So you can only move 9 inches. Possessed have got that Relic. I don't know what they're doing with it. They're possessed. Drooling or something. Warp Talon goes to back him up. Sorcerer goes to back him up. And then casts Prescience, which affects everyone. Because he's got the range. Hellbrute murders 4 Grotesques. He does 3 damage, which kills a Grotesque every time he does it. That didn't do well with Feel No Pain or Invulnerable saves. That was the only other damage you did, because the Grotesques just murder the Chaos Lord before he gets to swing. And it is my round 4, so possibly only this round and the next one to go. We don't know. And I've got to get that Relic. So I have to bring my unit in. So we will do that. All right, round 4. We got hope, but not quite. So the 2 winged figures, which are actually possessed models. That's a Warp Talon, that's a Possessed. I killed the other 2 Possessed with just a massive shooting. Pretty much everything in my army shot the Possessed and killed 2 of them. Yeah. I don't know. Grotesque fought the Hellbrute, doing nothing, but he only killed a few of them. They're probably going to die this turn, in Parker's turn. So it's bottom round 4. I still don't have the relic. Parker has it. My Reavers jumped in over there. They have a good movement, so I didn't want to get assaulted. And I've got to kill that possessed and either tie the game against Parker or steal it. So we'll see what happens. Your turn. Round 4 was really quick. Parker moved this guy's back. Hellbrute killed a Grotesque. Grotesque did nothing in return. And yeah, that's about it. So it's round 5. The game can end on round 5, and I've got to either kill the possessed and tie it, or take the relic. So I'm gonna try.
We could roll off, I guess. But
I guess I'm gonna hold that Hellbrute in combat for at least one more round. So at least through my phase. Okay, so on we go. Well, there's a relic. With a hail of venomed shooting, I killed the 2 tortured chaos creatures, so the Warp Talon and the Possessed. Parker has a Hellbrute because the Grotesques fall out of combat with it. He's at the bottom of the turn, so he gets to move the Hellbrute. If the game ends this turn, then it's a tie. So do your Hellbrute move and make the whatever rolls he's going to do. Hellbrute just kind of chunders across the table here. On Parker's turn, murders the Reavers, consolidates into that Venom